Hey guys, we're back again to be able to work on our homework for tonight. So tonight we're still working with simplifying expressions, but we're building in, looking at some perimeters of some geometric shapes. So for number 13, let's go ahead and walk through this. We need to take each side and figure out how far around that shape is, because that's what it means for perimeter. So let's look at this. We're going to do A plus, going to go to the next side with 3A minus 1, and then go around to the next side, plus 2A plus 3. Now I'm going to simplify. I don't need to distribute, so I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms. So, looking for things that are the same. I have an A, I have a 3A, I have a 2A. All of those things can be combined. A plus 3A plus 2A, that's going to give me 6A. Then I'm going to look for other things to be able to combine. I have this -1. I also have this 3. When I combine those together, that gives me 2. So my answer ends up being 6A plus 2. Now looking at number 14. We're going to find our perimeter, so we're going to work our way around. So I have 4x minus 3, working around, plus 4h plus 6, moving to the next side, plus 2x, one more side, plus 5h. Now, I'm going to look for those like terms that I can be able to combine. So I see that I have a 4x and I also have a 2x. That will be able to be combined. Looking for other things to combine. I have a 4h. I also have a 5h. Those can be combined. Looking for other things to combine. I have a -3 and I also have a 6. Those can be combined. Now, we're not going to walk all the way through. I want you to go ahead and finish up 14 on your own. Now, let's go ahead and look at 15. 15, still finding that perimeter. And you're going to start with the first side plus the next and working on around. Okay? Making sure that you include all 5 of those. All right. Now, let's go ahead and look at number 16. So, number 16. Maggie bought C CDs for $12 each, B books for $7 each, and a purse costing $24 each. So, looking at A, it says, write an expression to show the total amount of money Maggie spent. So, going back, looking at what information that we're given. Okay, so she has C CDs. And that $12 goes with that. So that I know that if each CD costs $12, I'm going to have to multiply that. So that's going to end up giving me 12 times C. Then she also spent money on books. And we're using B to represent books. And we know that each of those books costs $7. So that's also going to have to be added on there. So, and that's going to be multiplied. 7 times B, or 7B. And then she bought a purse. Now she only bought one of those, so we're going to add on that 24. Okay, so our direction said to write an expression. There is our expression. Okay. Now, we look at B. It says, if Maggie bought 4 CDs and 3 books, how much money did she spend? So, that tells us that she bought 4 CDs and then she bought 3 books. We're going to use that expression that we had done with A. We're going to use that and we're going to bring it right down here so that we can use it again. Okay? So, 12C plus 7B plus 24. These numbers are going to be substituted. We're going to take that CD. We know that's represented with the C. We know that 3 is represented for the books is represented by the B. So we just plug and chug. Take that 4, put it in for the C and the 3 for the B. You do all that and finish it up, and B will be all set and ready to go. Now let's go ahead and look at the bottom. Okay, now looking at the bottom, our directions say fill in the bricks of the pyramid by combining the like terms of the 2 bricks below it. So when we look at our pyramid, we have a missing spot right here. So we need to take this value and this value and combine it together to figure out what goes in that brick. So I'm going to have to take 3x minus 2 plus x plus 2. And I'm going to find those like terms and be able to combine them. So I have 3x and x. I combine those together. When I do that, 3x plus x gives me 4x. Now, I'm going to also take my constants. I have this negative 2. I have this 2. Negative 2 plus 2. Those are going to zero out and give me a 0, so I don't have to write that. So that just leaves me with 4x. I'm going to put 4x right here. Okay? Now, I have 2 bricks that I need to combine. I've got this empty spot. So I'm going to take this brick and I'm going to take this brick and combine them to figure out what goes in that missing brick. So I'm going to have to do that 4x plus 1 and then add on 4x. I'll look for my like terms to be able to combine them. 4x and 4x can go together to be able to make 8x and then add on 1, and that'll go in that brick. Okay, now one more. I've got this empty spot. I'm going to take this brick. I'm going to take this brick. I'm going to combine them together to figure out what goes there. So 7x plus 3, and then plus 8x plus 1. Looking for my like terms. 7x and 8x. Those combine together to give me 15x. Now I have 3 and I have 1. Those can combine together and that gives me 4. So right here in this brick, I put in 15x plus 4. Now let's flip over and look and see what's on the back. Alright, here we go. Let's look at the back. So looking at that very top pyramid, okay, we have this empty brick, and so we're going to take this one and this one to be able to combine them together, figure out what goes in that missing brick. So I need to take 3y plus 5 plus x minus 5. Well, I can look and I have this 3y. There is nothing I can combine with it. So I'm going to put 3y up here. Now I also have this x. There are no other like terms that can go with it. So I'm going to put that up there. I'm about to write the wrong thing, so I'm going to erase that and be able to fix that up, put that x right there. Then I look and I have a 5 and I have a negative 5. Those are opposites, so they're going to zero out. Then moving on up, this brick is going to combine with this brick to go right here. So we're going to combine now. So I'm going to write it out here to the side. I'm going to have 10y plus 3 plus 3y plus x. I'm going to look for my like terms that I can combine together. I have a 10y and a 3y. Those can combine together. And then I will combine and see what I get to be able to put in my box. I also have an x. Well, there are no other x's, so nothing else can combine. And then I have that constant of a 3. And that's going to combine together to be able to tell me what goes in that box. So I want you to go ahead and finish that one up on your own. Okay, going ahead, looking at the other side. Okay, this brick and this brick combine together to tell us what goes in there. We have 3y plus x plus 2x plus 1. We're going to look for those like terms so that we can see what needs to combine. I see that there's only one term that has a y, so nothing else can combine with it. Then I'll look at my X, well, I see that I could combine that with my 2x. So those will combine together because they're like terms. And then I have that 1 out there. So when all of those things get combined, then you're going to put those right there in that box. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that leaves you one more here on this pyramid. These two boxes, whatever that you figured out in those bricks, will combine together to get that top brick. Now, one more set of pyramid that we can see right now. Let's go ahead and look at this one. So we have this brick and this brick will combine together. So that means that we have that 8R plus 1 plus 9R plus 7. We're going to look at those like terms. I have an 8R and a 9R. Those can combine together. That ends up giving me a 17R. Then I look and I see, well, there's that 1, there's that 7. Those combine together, give me 8. Now, let's look over on the other side. Here, we have R minus 4, and we also have R squared plus 7. So we're going to combine those. So R minus 4, make that minus a little bigger, plus R squared plus 7. Now, looking at our like terms, okay, I have this R. There are no other R's that can combine with that. So it's going to have to go in there by itself. We also have this R squared, okay? Nothing else can combine with it. Then I have a negative 4 and a 7. Now, when I combine this, I'm going to start out with the strongest. I'm going to put R squared plus R, and then negative 4 plus 7 gives me a plus 3. So that'll be there. Then you're going to take this brick and this brick to combine together to get us right there. Okay? So when we take that 9R plus 7 plus R minus 4, you're going to combine that together to see what goes in that brick. So we have that 9R and R. Those combine together to give us 10R. Then we have 7 and negative 4. And that's going to end up giving us a plus 3. Now, moving on up, we're going to take this one and this one to be able to combine to give you that brick. Okay? Then look in here, this brick and this brick will combine together to give you that one. And then lastly, you'll combine whatever you found in these two bricks, combine those together to give you that very top brick. Okay, you have one last pyramid to be able to finish up. Now, you're going to finish this last one up on your own, but things to be able to take note of. Notice that here in this first box, you have an x to the second power, x squared. In the second one, also x squared. Here, an x squared. But right here in this last one, it's just a plain x. Remember that x squared and x, they are not like terms, so you will not be able to combine those. Okay? Let's walk through this one spot right here so that you can see how this will work. So right here, if you have x squared minus 3 plus x plus 3, combining those terms. X squared, nothing will combine, so it'll just go right there. X, there are no other like terms with it, so it's going to go right there. Then minus 3 or negative 3 and positive 3, those are opposites. So they're going to cancel out, and that's going to just be 0. So that leaves you with x squared plus x in that box. Okay? So you're going to go ahead and put your final touches, finishing up this homework to be able to bring it back to school tomorrow.